So now you got this flashing light over here, which you didn't have before. It's because your salt system is now in the system. So when you go over here to options,
Yeah.
you see it from there?
Yeah, okay. I just get that.
So you go here in the menu. You're even getting an indicator over here, which is like a flashing droplet. That's corresponding with that flashing light there. All that is your salt system. It's telling you that there's something going on. So you hit salt system. And then you hit, let's turn this on. Let's see what we can get.
It's flashing red in the phone, but not in person.
So let's try to open it up again. Twice.
Sorry, I was in a meeting. Do we have to do this? Or this is just one time where you're doing now?
Well, no, you guys shouldn't open this at all.
Okay.
Everything's from the outside.
You know how to use all those chemicals.
Okay, perfect. So, come over here again.
It's green.
So now it's steady because it read the salt, and your indicator's right over here. This bar on top, left, similar to the strips. It means it's low, right, high. Obviously, you want it in the green. And when the system is working, it'll literally just tell you, okay. As long as you see that, your system's already producing chlorine on its own.
Okay, and then when you have to replace the salt cartridge,
You hit here, replace salt cartridge.
okay.
Right? You hit it, and it'll literally tell you press and hold to replace cartridge. And you just follow the steps, super easy. So we can do it right now. So just hold it. And it's gonna tell you turn off the pump. So you need to wait a little bit until it turns off, because you do have a 24-hour pump that's running right now.
You should always keep it on, right?
Always.
In the current.
Yes,
Okay.
that's super important. So how you take it off, you just press this little button and then you pull up. It says placing a new cartridge. Okay. So it only goes in one way, it doesn't go any other way. Just once it's locked there, hit that button down. System restart.
And this is done every...
It should be every 4 months, but there's things that can either make it last less or last longer.
Okay.
And I explained to him things like pH, salt. Low pH is basically acidic, and it'll eat up the metal in the cell. If there's too much salt, it'll burn out the cell. And if it's working too much, like anything else, it'll just die down after that.
Okay. But it would tell us here when we need to change it or replace it.
So right now, me doing the replace cartridge, what it does is it basically resets a timer in the system. It
Yeah.
starts off counting off 4 months. It doesn't really know when because this can go bad before the 4 months.
Okay.
It won't really say, oh, it's bad. Normally, what it'll do is it'll just tell you it's low on salt,
Right.
on salt, because this is also a sensor. So it produces chlorine from the salt, but it also senses the salt in the
Okay.
system. So once it starts going bad, it will give you bad readings. It'll say something like it's low on salt, even though the water has sufficient amount of salt. So that's a good indication of how to know it's bad. So in the future, right now it's okay. It has a good level of salt from the 8 cups that we put. Later, that's obviously gonna drop down as it's using up the salt. When it gets in the red and starts flashing, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put around 2 cups of salt.
Of that.
Yes. So remember, I put 8 initially, but that's only initial to start it
Okay.
off.
Okay.
Right.
It's only when the water's brand new. After that, it's only like 2 cups, maybe 3. If those 2 or 3 cups did not raise that up at all,
Yeah.
it's probably bad. It just give us a call. Don't put. If you feel
Okay,
like,
if we put 2 and it's still reading wrong,
You
it
can
means
maybe-
we have to change this.
yeah, you can probably put 1 more after that, or maybe
Mhm.
2 more. And if that doesn't do anything, then it's definitely bad. Just give us a call.
Yeah.
And how you do the testing is right here. Test status. Just hit that. Whenever you want to know the salt, how much salt you have in the water, and then it'll just give you a reading afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So this is to replace. This is to test. This one should not be touched at all. Leave it off. And then you have level. So that's productivity, like I told you before. That goes from 0 to 10. 0 is literally just the whole system's off. And then 1 to 10 is how much chlorine you want the system to produce for you.
Yeah.
Now it all depends on how often you use the spot.
We will probably use it on the weekend only. Maybe Saturday.
Then 3 or 4 should be good enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can leave it at 3. If for whatever reason the water is still kind of dirty, just raise it up maybe 1 more or 5. But that should be like basically 3 is like ideal for like 1 to 2 times use a week.
Yeah, that's what we'll probably do. Maybe only on the weekend.
Okay. So that's your salt system. Then we got temperature over here. When you hear temperature, so you're requesting 97. And if you go to the main menu, that's the temperature you're at.
Yeah.
And if you look at the light over here, you notice that above the blue, there's another light that's steady on.
Yeah.
If I was to go to temperature, and let's say I lower it 2 degrees lower than it is, 3, it will drop. It will go off.
So 97 is the minimum.
No, you can go all the way up to 104. You can go all the way up to 104. So it turned off because it's not even close to that temperature. So once it gets to that temperature, it'll kick on. It's just to let you know the temperature you requested is there. Now 97 is not bad. It's pretty good temperature. This does not cool down. So let's say the water is too hot for you, like it's at 99, and you lower it, it's not gonna do anything because this only heats up. It does not cool down.
Okay.
But that's a good way on how to keep the heater off, so you can save a little bit more power that way.
Okay.
So just lower the temperature to whatever the climate is, like lower it less than whatever the outside is,
Okay.
which here in Miami it's gonna be like 98 up. It's pretty much never gonna drop until we hit winter. So you can leave it at 80 and you can save power that way.
Maybe we can do 80 and then, I don't know, Friday morning, raise it up so if I want to go in the night.
It doesn't take that long to heat it up. Like
Okay.
let's say it's at 90 and you want it at 100, it will only take maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes for it to get to
Oh, okay. So I can leave it at 80 and
yeah,
raise it up maybe Friday in the afternoon or something.
yeah. That's
Okay.
fine.
You wanna do that right now?
What?
Bring it down to 80?
Yeah, we should bring it down to 80 if we're not going to use it.
Yeah.
I definitely think.
So just go here, lower it down to 80.
Or climate temperature.
Well, I don't know what the climate temperature is right now, but
Yeah,
you'll
it's
see it
fine.
by the end of the day. You look at the main menu, and whatever it's telling you, that's
That's how it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That sounds good.
So
So the salt, you put 8 and then I have to put 2, whatever it tells me that it's low.
yeah, whenever you get that flashing over here, that's basically
If this
Yeah,
is
what-
flashing,
no, no,
this one,
this one,
this
that one.
big one.
It's
Right?
flashing yellow.
Oh, okay. So if this one is flashing, that means that
Salt system.
that it needs more salt.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Pretty easy.
Oh,
That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You also got
And you
lights.
just put the salt in there. You don't have to put it.
Well, yeah, you put it in here, but you gotta make sure that the jets are running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are all these things?
Those
Like
those are regulating valves. Those take and add pressure to the jets.
The other day, it was shooting water all over the
That was
place.
probably true though.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, I
water
noticed that your spot's also not perfectly
balance.
yeah,
Level, yeah, it's not level.
to this side.
Oh yeah, that one was like shooting water.
I'm guessing this two sides are more elevated. You can see that it's not even touching the pillow here, but it is over there. So you have to keep in mind.
No, that one is not working. Why?
Which one's not working? Well, because I
Oh, this is for that. Oh, okay, that.
mean, this is more like individual seats. You add and you take a little pressure. This one's for overall. If I add to this side, I took away from here and I add it over there.
Okay.
And do vice versa.
Okay, we didn't even want to touch it.
And you can do one more thing, which is again, it's a medium-sized jet to a large jet. Like this are the small ones. And you got this one, like this is over here. You can just turn it off. Put it in. Turn it back.
Oh yeah.
Twist it.
Okay, so you put the salt and
And
we don't need to run it now, right?
I mean, you can still run it. The water's fairly dirty. I imagine because you've had this without proper chlorine in it for a while. So, I mean, I already put chemicals in here, but
Yeah.
either way, you can always start fresh with new water. If it doesn't clear up by tomorrow after what I put,
If it's green, it's chlorine, and if it's cloudy, it's
clarify.
the clarifier.
Yes.
So what do we have to empty the water now?
I mean, I always recommend if it doesn't get fixed after me balancing it right now, then your probably best bet is starting with new water.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, water needs chlorine indefinitely. Like you need to make sure the chlorine is always in the water, even if it's not getting used. Like if there's no chlorine in here and it's just a speck of bacteria, over time it's still gonna dirty your water.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So we leave it, and if by tomorrow it's still like that,
if
we
it's still
empty
like
it?
that, I told him put maybe one more cap of chlorine and clarifier, like 2 ounces more. And if by the day after that, so we're talking about Thursday, tomorrow Wednesday, do it again if it's not clear. By Thursday, if it's not clear, then it's up to you whether you want to start fresh or not.
Okay.
I mean, there are other products you can buy that are a lot stronger, but you will have to get with somebody that knows what they're doing.
Okay.
So I don't know if you frequently travel to Bird Road, the one where.
No, I don't. But if I have to, I will.
Yeah, 'cause you can